Shane was in the doorway, ready for action, when Eve screeched the car to a stop. If he was still mad, at least he wasn't letting it get in the way of a good fight. Eve frantically signaled for him to stay where he was, on safe ground, and checked the street on all sides. "Do you see anything?" she asked Claire anxiously. Claire shook her head and still sick. Damn! Okay, but you know the drill, right? Asses and elbows, bail. Claire fumbled open the lock, bowling out of the car and hit the sidewalk, running. She heard Eve's door slam and running footsteps. Deja vu. She thought now all they needed was for Brandon to show up and act like a total asshole. She nearly ran into Shane as she pelted across the threshold. He stepped out of the way in time, just far enough to let her pass, and grabbed Eve to pull her inside as he slammed the door and locked. "You have got to get a better job," he said. Eve wiped her ruined makeup with the back of one hand and threw him a filthy look. "At least I have a job." "What? Professional blood donor? Because that's all you're going to be if you—" Claire turned, ran into a vampire, and screamed her lungs out. Okay, so she wasn't a vampire. That was established in about 30 more seconds by a combination of Shane doubling over with laughter, the vampire screaming in fright and cowering, and last of all, Eve saying in blank surprise, "Miranda, honey, what the hell are you doing here?" The vamp. She looked like a vamp, Claire amended, but now that her heart rate was going down below race car speeds, she saw that it was makeup and drama, not nature. Slowly lowered her arms, peered at Claire uncertainly through thick black mascaraed eyelashes, and made a little O with her ruby red lips. "I had to come," she said. She had a breathy, floaty voice, full of drama. "Oh, Eve, I had such a terrible vision. There was blood and death, and it was all about you." Eve didn't seem impressed. She sighed, turned to Shane, and said, "You let her in? I thought you hated her. Couldn't leave her out there, could I? I mean, she's got a pulse. Besides, she's your friend." From the look Eve gave him, friend might be stretching things. Miranda gave Shane a loopy smile. Great, Claire thought, annoyed and disgusted and still trying to contain the aftermath of a nuclear terror explosion. The girl was tall, and most of her was thin, stork-like, legs revealed by a black leather miniskirt. She had lots of makeup, the standard dyed black hair, shack cut around a long white face, ragged magic markers, crosses drawn on her wrists and around her neck. Miranda suddenly swung around and looked up at the ceiling. She raised her hands to her mouth in dread, but Claire noticed, didn't smudge her lipstick. "This house," she said. "Oh my, it's so strange. Don't you feel it? Mur, if you wanted to warn me about something, you could have called," Eve said and steered her into the living room. "Now we've got to figure out how to get you home. Honestly, don't you have any sense? You know better than this." As Miranda sat down on the couch, Claire caught sight of something else on her neck, bruises, and in the center of the bruises 2 raw red holes. Eve sighed.